see myself.
Hi everyone. I was just about to make myself a quick late lunch, but I thought that I would share it with you and go live. So I was going to make it with leftovers. I thought, well, this can be another in the Pantry Pasta series. So let me show you some of my ingredients I have here. I have some leftover spaghetti from the other night, and it's not a lot, so it's make a nice little lunch portion for 2 people. I think sometimes people don't know what to do with leftover pasta, and sometimes I would make a pasta salad out of this, but I think I'm going to make a nice warm lunch with it. I have some other leftovers also. I have some cooked shrimp that's left over. There's about 10 of them here, so I figured I'm making this for 2 people, so we can have about 5 each. And I added some fresh ingredients. I added a fresh scallion that I sliced up and 2 garlic cloves. Actually, it was like 2.5 garlic cloves. One was kind of tiny. I also have a fresh jar of Calabrian chili paste, which is really, really quite hot. You can see it says extra hot. I'm just going to put about a half a teaspoon of that in. I'm going to put it all in a frying pan together. I have it warming up a little here. I have some extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to start with that. And the first thing I'm going to do is add these fresh ingredients so they can cook a little bit, soften up, start to get a little translucent. And they're really going to add a nice flavor to the dish. That smells delicious already. So I'm just going to give these 1 minute to just soften up, because garlic really doesn't take very long. You don't want it to burn it because it can get a little bitter. So I'm going to give that 1 minute, and then I'm going to add the Calabrian chili paste. So we are live, so if you have any questions, if you're joining me live, please feel free to write any questions or say hello, and I will check in a minute, give people time to jump on. And this is going to be really easy, but I think it's going to be really tasty. So, okay. This is what Calabrian chili paste looks like. If you can get, I don't know if you can get a good shot of that. See? It's all these chili peppers in olive oil. Now, this is really seriously hot. I'm not kidding. I know people love hot stuff, but this is going to be plenty. So I'm just adding that teaspoon in here. And I'm going to stir this around. Look at that beautiful color. Whoa. It's clearing my nasal passages, just to let you know how hot that is. I can feel it as I breathe in, especially when it gets warmed up like this. But it's so good on shrimp. If you have my cookbook, if you ever tried the spicy shrimp recipe that's in there, this is the key ingredient. So I think I'm going to add, I have some white wine here left over. I'm just going to add a tiny little splash of that just to make a little bit more sauce here. And really like that much, not a lot, because there's not a lot of pasta to absorb it. Let the alcohol cook off for a second. I'm going to put the shrimp in now. So like I said, these are pre-cooked, so I'm really just warming them back up and coating them with the sauce that we're making here. And even the pasta is pre-cooked, so we're not going to have any cooking liquid to add to this. So it's just going to be a simple olive oil-based dish. So these were cold because they were in the refrigerator, so they cooled the pan down quite a bit here. But they'll come right back up. So you watch that for a second, and I'm going to look to see if anyone has joined me live. Well, someone is live. Ellie making my way. Love your content. What's been really popular here on YouTube or the What I Eat in a Week videos. I would love to see what you eat in a week. Always the best recipes. What a great idea. Thank you so much, because I do love to make What I Eat in a Day videos, and they are some of my most popular ones. But What I Eat in a Week would be really fun, especially, you know, because of the pandemic. I think we've all put on our little pandemic weight. We're calling it the Quarantine 15. I know that I gained about 7 pounds, and then I lost 7 pounds again, trying to be really careful. So I think if I do a video of what I eat in a week, I think it could be a great meal plan for if you want to lose some weight. So, okay, let me get back to the food. Well, thank you for that suggestion. I'm actually going to flip these over. Get my little tongs here. There we go. So they're all getting coated with that spicy sauce. Oh, somebody else joined us. Hello. I see a few people are live. Ellie Making My Way says yay. So yay. I love taking suggestions. Feel free to make suggestions anytime you want. Now I'm going to add the spaghetti. Just going to dump it on in there. It looks like a bunch of Chinese noodles, doesn't it? The way it's all sticking together. So it's been in the refrigerator, so let's break this up a little bit. I'm going to help it along with a little bit more extra virgin olive oil. Not too much. We'll start to coat it in these juices. I mean, how simple is this, right? Get a second spoon here. Start to toss this gently. I wish I could smell it, because all of these flavors, the garlic and the scallion, that chili paste, a little bit of wine, are really making a beautiful scent in my kitchen. It's really fun to go live, isn't it? I'm glad you're here with me. And now we have 3 people. Yay! I'm so glad. So while I'm letting this warm up for a second, I am going to talk about my book. So I have a copy of it right here. I am so proud of this book. And remember, I just made a video previous to this about we're going to have a contest. I'm going to turn this heat down a tiny bit. I'm going to have a contest when I reach 1,600 subscribers, and I'm going to do a book giveaway. And I'm going to give away some of my favorite products with it. It's not just going to be the book. So we're going to try to make milestones to grow my channel. But you can also look on my Instagram channels. I'm going to do a giveaway, and on my Facebook channel. So watch the video previous to this one. I'll put a link to it when this live is over. I'll put a link to everything down below if you want to check it out. So if you want to win a free copy of my cookbook, there's going to be plenty of opportunities coming up soon. So let's check out this pasta. Because it is coming along nicely. So I think I am going to add a tiny bit of water. Whenever I cook with water, I either add the pasta cooking water or I use filtered water. So just a little bit, just because that pasta was in the fridge, it has a tendency to dry out a little bit. So you don't even see it in here anymore. It just kind of got sucked up right away. But look at that, isn't that great? So you really just have to make sure, because most of this was pre-cooked, that you warm it up enough to your liking. And make sure that this sauce is thoroughly coated. So a lot of it tends to sink to the bottom. That's why I just keep tossing. But I'm gonna stick my finger in here. It's hot. But I'm gonna give it 1 more minute. I'm going to check to see if there are any more comments. So let's see. Sonia's journal says delicioso. I hope so, Sonia. Thank you for joining me live. It's so much fun to go live. So look, how meta. We're a few seconds behind. Okay, I think we are ready to plate this baby. So I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to slide this over off of the heat. This was our ingredient dish. So I'm going to use one of my favorite utensils now, which is the spaghetti getter. So I'm just going to dish this out. You don't really need a lot of pasta when you're just eating it for lunch. So make sure we get enough shrimp here. I calculated 5 per person. So there's one. It's probably actually more. Oh, you know what? I think I made 6 per person because I look like I still have a lot of shrimp in here. So here's one more. Oh, if you could smell it. Come on, little guy. Let me get some of the drippings out of the pan with my wooden utensils here. So a lot of that garlic and stuff sunk to the bottom. Push that all on this spoon. You want all the yummy bits. Put it on the other one. Okay, now I'm going to sprinkle on a little cheese. This is Romano cheese, freshly ground. Now sometimes Italians wouldn't mix cheese with fish, but I kind of like it with shrimp. And sometimes I do like to break the rules. So there we go. I'm not sure what number we're up to with pantry pasta. This might be 6 or 7, but there you go. How easy was that? And we got to do it together, which is the fun part. I have to say that looks delicious. I hope you think so too. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm going to enjoy my lunch now, and I hope you try to make something like this similar for yourself. And don't forget, when this is over, I'm going to put all the links down below so you can find out all the ways that you can have a chance to win my new cookbook. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.